Hello and welcome to this recap of our Hangout, part 7 of building a website in Python using Django and Wagtail CMS. This Hangout was hosted on Codebuddies.org. Codebuddies is a global community of code learners who help each other through conversations on Slack and peer-to-peer organized study groups and virtual Hangouts. There's all sorts of Hangouts going on every day. It seems to be at least one or two. And these study groups can cover lots and lots of topics. I've been active in Python and Django, but there's other topics including interview practice, Elixir, Golang, Rust, GitHub, CSS, computer science, Android development, math, PHP, Ruby, AWS, Stanford Computer Science, Angular. I mean, it goes on. There's so many great study groups here, so I highly recommend anybody who's actively pursuing a career or personal development, personal enrichment in any of these technologies to hop over here in codebuddies.org. There's lots of different ways of getting in contact with the community on Slack, on our community forum. The platform itself is open source, so you can help improve codebuddies.org. There's Medium articles and YouTube videos. The project we've been working on is built with Python language. It lets you work quickly and integrate systems more effectively. I mean, I've really just been, it's been a joy to work with Python in these this last year or so, since I've actually been able to focus on it on a daily basis. We're building a website with the Wagtail content management system, which is putting a lot of emphasis on usability and editor experience, positive experience for content managers. It's already under pretty wide use by some major organizations, and it's really easy to get started, and the documentation is pretty comprehensive. The development community is very active and works to solve problems constructively, and it's built on Django, which is a really robust and mature web development platform with batteries included mentality. So that said, here's a peek at the current live website for the organization Western Friend, which we're in the process of porting over to Wagtail in Django, and some magazine websites. So we've been focusing in on the magazine's aspects. Today it was kind of a lightweight day. We just actually added some aesthetic changes to give it an overall just nicer look and feel, and give you a way to navigate around. So we added the Bootstrap framework, Bootstrap 4. That was after a little bit of research and discernment, primarily because Bootstrap community is pretty large and active. It's got a couple of core developers, but it's almost 20 people have contributed significantly in the last year. Documentation's really great. There's books being written on Bootstrap. I did take the opportunity to look at some of the other quote modern CSS frameworks, and I think Bootstrap is also following modern best practices, being built on Flexbox and whatnot. So I think we're in good company, and this website is built on Bootstrap 3, so transitioning to Bootstrap 4 is not going to be so, I think, difficult. Most of the concepts are similar, and what we did in terms of code was relatively small, but had a nice impact. So we looked in two main templates: the base template for the website, where we simply included the Bootstrap CSS from CDN, Bootstrap 4.1.3, and towards the footer of the page we included jQuery 3 and Popper.js, which needed to be included before the actual Bootstrap JavaScript, and that was a mistake I made in importing those in the wrong order. It gave me a couple errors. And finally, we added a basic Navbar template, nothing really fancy. Where is that? Oh, it's right here. So in Django you can include templates within templates, and in Navbar simply using Bootstrap classes, a branding section to call out the name of the organization, The slogan is as a navbar text, small, to sort of de-emphasize it, but it's still there, up front and center. This hamburger button to toggle the navigation menu on medium and small screens, and basically hard-coded these links to the magazine section. And back to the home page. Down the road I might take a look at generating this top level navigation more dynamically, but I think for right now, we're not really in Wagtail. You don't have to really handle the sort of, what's it called, the routing. You don't define URLs. It's done for you automatically, so I'm not sure off the top of my head how I would get the URL or a reference to this magazine page instance, magazine index. So I just decided to keep it simple, get the basics in place, and build on that later. Close a couple of pull requests, and at that point it had been a 1 hour coding session with a couple hiccups in the beginning. So anyway, that was our progress today. Again, I really hope to see you around the Codebuddies community. It's really active, but we need more people like you to get involved. You can join us as a teacher or a learner or both. Everybody, I think, has something to share. And well, hopefully see you around. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment on this video, or you can reach me on GitHub, or try to join up on one of these Codebuddies Hangouts I'm organizing. Anyway, have a great day.